So, welders, don't surround yourself with yes man. I'm gonna say that this morning because I tend to see the pattern of it now. People get to certain levels in their career where it's cool to have someone to say, "Hey, man, you're doing a good job," but you have people from the outside that will try to say things to tarnish your vision, your direction, and you have certain people on the inside that literally want to see you win. And if you're doing something that they see that is going to harm you and you can't see it, you have to be able to um, be able to embrace that constructive criticism. Be like, hey man, I think you need to step back and do blase or look at this a little bit, or step back and refocus on this one. I think you're looking at this wrong. I think that's a great thing. I think we don't need people around us just to say, um, yeah, man, you're doing good, even though they seeing you going down because they want to ride you. They want to ride your coattail. They want to ride the wave. They want to get in on the money. They want to get in on the fame or whatnot. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's important for us not to have those type of people in our corner, man, because when things really get hard, you know what I mean? Those are the people that's going to fade away. The ones that's on the outside, but the ones that's on the inside that's love you, you know what I mean? They gonna love you regardless if you going left or right, but they got the courage to tell you if you going left or right, you know what I mean? So I would say, man, it's wise to have a team, even though your team might just be one person or two people, you know, three people, you know what I mean? Everybody's circle is different. And one thing I've learned growing up, my circle used to be bigger. And as I got older, it got smaller. And not because, I lost some, I lost some to death and long sentences in prison, but a lot of them I just had to let go as I grew up. Sometimes you outgrow people, and sometimes people are meant to be in your life for a season. God used a certain person or people in your life for to help mold you, to help shape you into, your purpose and what you need to be. And I think we have to be conscious about the situation enough to let go of the people when that time is, when our time is up. Certain relationships isn't meant to hold on to, and we try to hold on to them as men. And then later you realize that this situation wasn't meant for me to hold on to. You know what I mean? And you lose a lot of time and effort and energy and whatever else, finances, you know what I mean, over the situation. But I just think, it's this man, we just have to learn to embrace it from those that we know that love us. Like I say, you have those on the outside, they flip flop. They'll say BS when you say something they like, and if it's something they don't like, they quick to say something. I ain't talking about them kind. You know what I mean? They always going on left field. I'm talking about those that are ride or die. And if they got something to say to you, they gonna call you. That's what real folks do. You know what I mean? When you got those that try to blast you out on social media pages and public sites, you know what I mean? Those ain't real friends. So don't get it twisted. It's easy because if someone really got something they want to say and they know they can reach out and contact you some type of way, that's how they gonna do it, because they know that what need to be said and um, what need to be put in your ear or before your eyes is for you. You see what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say it so that way 10 more people or 20 more, 100 more people can say, yeah, 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 I feel that way too. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for no co-riders. If I got something to tell you as a man, I'm just gonna express it. But I think we should look at the difference from that, like to discern the difference from those who are really trying to help us from those who just want to ride our coattails, and when things get bumpy, they gonna fall off, and then When things get smooth again, you'll see them right back on your road again, riding. Hey, yeah, man, I would have did this. Oh, yeah, man, you know. But that's just what it is, man. You got people like that in life. And the sad part about it, a lot of them don't even know they like that. You know what I mean? That's just who they are. You know what I mean? And one day they'll wake up. But it's crazy that the people that hate you the most or that cause you the most problems be trying to do something similar, but they so focused on what you're doing that it's hard for them to actually focus on what they're doing because they feel like for some strange reason, man, unconsciously as men, we feel sometimes that we're in competition or we have to provide correction to someone that's not doing something the way that we was taught without sitting back checking it out because just because I wasn't taught the way you was taught, or vice versa. You know, you don't have a point. You don't have a different way to get there. You know what I mean? We come from different cultures and backgrounds, man, and we all have different ways. But like I say, in America, I think that as for the African American, I feel like we are Americanized. We are, so to speak, property. Just look at the Constitution, man. It's sad when you look at the language and how it's written for our people. You think like, man, you know, and you wonder. I used to wonder why we do certain things. You know what I mean? Why we try to change our names. You know, to get certain jobs, and without learning what we learned to provide a business and a service. You know, I think that's what we went wrong at. In America, it's all about, we try to take their positions instead of creating our own positions. We wanted to say we was good at what they was doing and not without being good at what we do, or learning what they do to use it to benefit what we do. You know what I mean? Like I was talking to a sister from St. Louis, and she was expressing about some of her ideas to get tradesmen together. And I think it's a great idea for us to get a lot of group of have a team of counselors. You know what I mean? That's not yes men, but you got the the electrician, the plumber, the carpenter, the welder. Uh, you got the contractor. You got the organizer. You I mean, you got the treasurer. Everybody got a position, and everybody good at what they do. You know what I mean? You got a team that you can come together and do some real things. And as our culture, I feel like that's how we're gonna really get ahead once we realize that we have to put some of our time and some of our skills and energy and the things that we know back into our people. Like, because there's some that really can get it, but they can't get it from the scale of the school system grade education, but they very smart. You know what I mean? Everybody learn different, and you got to think the system that you learn is wasn't designed necessarily for you. You know what I mean? But it was most designed for to trap your mind into thinking like you can only do things one way. Go to school, get a job, maybe go to college, or just keep a job. Never go to school, start a business, get a corporation, travel, retire. You know what I mean? Have product, services. I ain't never seen no stuff like that. They don't teach independence. You know what I mean? They want you to be dependent on the system. You know what I mean? So I think we need brothers and sisters around us, man, to guide us. You know what I mean? So if you have a small team, man, pay attention to them, because one thing that I noticed, just like the great athletes that we like and that we admire, they had good coaches. You know what I mean? And they seen things in them that they didn't see when they was in the midst of the game. So I think it's wise to have someone that can point things out for you. You know what I mean? So, as we grow, man, and as you learn and you do better, man, you most definitely gonna gonna change the way you view certain things. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna look at certain things the same. You're gonna realize the importance of the team. You know, you're gonna realize the importance of just having someone you can actually talk to that won't judge you, but would actually give you a clear point of view to help you um, reprocess, the information or the situation that you was looking at. You know what I mean? So all I want to say, man, this morning, man, is to don't surround yourself with yes, man. Don't surround yourself with people who saying what they saying to you just so that way you can keep doing what you're doing. If you're providing or whatnot, it's different, man. Today is Monday. I got a few things on my agenda. Um, just want to say before I sign out, I talked to the people at the flea market. I talked to some people about some land. Um, Talked on some container prices. So I should have a few things that I'm lining out now. Now it's like this morning I'm actually putting putting some numbers together. You know what I mean? I'm putting my game plan together. I think I got something. I just need to. I want to fine tune everything. See, I like to, I scream all the time. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance because I believe in that. And I don't like to be in a situation where I'm caught with my pants down. You know what I mean? So I like to write down, knowing how much, or at least give me a good estimate on what it'll cost me to do each thing that I'm trying to do and knock each stage off. You know what I'm saying? But be able to kill two birds with one stone. I think we should always multitask and we should always figure out when you make one move, that one move can cause you to make three or four moves in ahead of time, like chess. You know, you make a move where you force the opposition to retrieve. You know what I mean? Where they have no other option but to let you in this certain space. You know, so I think that us as being welders, man, I think that we should not only brag about our skills and how good we can run a bead because that's important, but I think we should encourage one another in our mindset and in our hearts because being a good welder is learning how to be, you know, a lot of ways it looks. And don't get caught up with the yes man. Don't get caught up with the yes man. And really spend some time now, man, to focus on what you're going to do. And then start putting some effort and some time and some money behind that and start working on it. It's not going to build itself. It's not going to write itself. I've been working on a book and I pushed off on it. Got frustrated, I ain't gonna lie. So I'm about to jump back on that too. But my thing is, I knew that was a different way for me to go by and get the information down. Now that I figured that out, I can dive back into it. I just feel like some things we do is good